this feeling, baby, we're invincible.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. As always, if you are enjoying the save, drop a like on the video. That'd be tremendous. Hope everybody's staying safe and healthy. Today, I thought we'd start on Thomas Stepanek because he is a player that was supposed to be the great white hope of this save, so to speak. And for a while, I think he was. And then he just sort of started playing much worse. You could see his overall stats. You could see that there is a spoiler here in the fact that he has actually scored a goal. But 14 starts, 3 off the bench, and he's got 1 goal, no assists. It is appalling, as this wonderful comment points out. Stepanek after an assist. Have you had an accident that wasn't your fault? Yeah, apparently not. But apparently he is capable of doing it for the Czech Republic. So I don't know what's up with him. I think he's one of those players that is definitely moving on in the summer. In fact, if I got a big bid in January, I'd consider it, because I just really don't think he's the right man for the job on that right-hand side. Because we've actually got some solid players there with, despite the star ratings not being great, Lancaster's okay, Nielsen, we've got our lovely Uruguayan lad coming through who's only 18 and is already starting to get up there. I also just wanted to quickly say, thanks to everyone that came to the stream on Thursday. I thought it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys did it as well. I'm sorry if you couldn't make it along. Don't worry, there's going to be plenty more. I'm in a tough ISO, so there's plenty of opportunities for me to do stuff like that. But I'm hoping to continue it in the long run. And yeah, really get that side of things going. We did a Union down Madeira save. We're going to be continuing with that. Showing up Thomas Stepanek even more was just how well our wingers performed in that save with this exact same tactic. So there you go. The VOD is on Twitch still. It didn't record properly, so I can't put it on YouTube, which is annoying. I'll have to try and figure out a way to do that in future. But yeah, sorry about that, lads. Right, since it is Sunday, it's time for Regen Sunday. And when I say bumper crop, I mean it this time. There was a lot, but I've still managed to trim a few out, but we've still probably got more than usual. So let's get going. First up, Sam Funk. Then we've got Mark Walsh, who is just a genuinely excellent player, to be honest. For a 19-year-old to be this good. Northern Irish, really, really like it. God, I hope he turns into something that Thomas Stepanek could only dream about. Then we've got Vladimir Metas, an Estonian striker. 8 goals in 13 appearances for Estonia is actually pretty solid. It's all very well a good player coming from one of these countries, but generally speaking, the rest of the team sucks nationally. So for them to actually have that many goals is really impressive. I noticed that Portuguese clubs do tend to produce really good Estonian players from time to time. I had one, maybe even on this save, in fact. Then Jean Hao Kong Fa. I mean, just a fantastic name. I believe he's from Mauritius as well as France. Then Akil Bell, a Barbadian, I think, playing for Fulham up front, but also 18 caps and 12 goals for Barbados is really, really good stuff. And he plays for Fulham. I mean, I was always going to do that, wasn't I? Then Cristiano Ronaldo. His parents must have been insanely disappointed when he turned out to be a centre-back. Chaikiti Thongwang Shrirung, a Thai goalkeeper, which I just think is really cool, and he's pretty solid despite the fact that he's not actually got any caps for Thailand yet. So I feel like he'll be their national team goalkeeper for about 120 years. So yeah. Then Bigger Benteke. He's not quite Bigger Balongo, but he's nearly there. Then Bill Bird, a Gibraltarian, no Gibraltesers here, playing for Hajduk Split in Croatia with a name like Bill Bird. Love it. Then João Amade, a Mozambique attacking midfielder, but more importantly, 18 goals in 20 caps for Mozambique. This guy is godly. I assume he probably plays as a striker for them, but nevertheless. Then Tuntun Win, a Myanmar centre-back. He's pretty good, you know. Has he really not got any caps for them yet? I suppose he's only 19. I'm actually surprised. I don't think Myanmar are going to have that many more better players than him. Then Roland Razafindramboa, a Malagasy. Well, someone always has to dump a Madagascan player in there just to test my pronunciation skills. That one was a little easier. Then Rifa Randriano Ellison, who is French, but I'm guessing might have some Madagascan heritage in him as well. Also, that is not his real hair. That is a wig. I've had a wig like that. I can't remember for what purpose we used it, but I definitely had a blonde wig. Then Stefan Newhouse, who is... I sounded Northern Irish when I said that for some reason. But yes, he plays for RB Haarlem. Now, those of you that watched the stream on Thursday will know all about Danny's youth intake that he was hyping up. And this is one of the lads from the youth intake. I just picked sort of the best one. But if you want to see the others, because there was some absolute quality in there, head over to the Regen chat, because there was at least 3 more. And finishing off, Jean Girard, a Monegasque goalkeeper. Now, I don't know if Monaco actually has a nationality is available in the game or whether this is a custom database, but nevertheless, still kind of cool to see a player that's actually native to Monaco. One live comp today, it's Real Madrid. There's a lot on the line, I'll give you that now. We've had a decent number of games off camera, and it's been a weird old time. This league is very, very bunched up, and at one point, we fell a little bit, but we've sort of got ourselves back going again now. But we had an injury to Guerra, which is the main problem for us, and that really has cost us, I feel like. Off the back of that wonderful success against Juventus, we had an absolutely dismal display against Crystal Palace. This was appalling. Nikolaj Jespersen was sent off for a tackle that wasn't dissimilar to the one that he got sent off for against Real Madrid, except he was given a straight red for this one. I don't know what's going on with him and referees. It's actually quite shameful the way they're treating him. We were already a goal down at this point as Rui Nunes had given them the lead, but then we gave away a penalty as well, which Luca Connell was able to make it 2-0 before Rodrigo Veranda made it 3-0. We were beaten 3-0 at home by Crystal Palace. Embarrassing stuff here. Genuinely awful. And as a result, he missed the game at Anfield. We still played okay, but I think Liverpool just about edged it. Franco Requena gave them the lead. We had to go Kostel Trofin up top in this one because Maluleki was also injured, and it did not look good. You could see Marvin Suarez was man of the match with an 8.2. He saved everything except for one strike, and they got a deserved win. Lancaster also picked up an injury in this game. It was not looking good. Thankfully, though, we were able to get back to things, and this is, about as back to things as you can possibly get. Maluleki made his first ever appearance for us look at this. He got a pair of goals, both headers, I'll have you know as well. Darren Lever was sensational. 4 chances created and 5 key passes for the lad. Assists for days. Fernandez grabbed one. Dubois grabbed one. It was all a good time. But 2 goals for Maluleki and 1 for El Hadji Silla, giving us a 3-0 victory in the Netherlands. I mean, this was about as dominant as we've been for a while, which was weird. And I think all we really needed to do was play Maluleki, and he definitely made us a little bit better while we wait for Guerra to come back. But this gave us another win and kept us in the hunt, which means today it is all on the line against Real Madrid. If we can beat them and beat the head-to-head, we will win our group. It's going to be tough, though. And then we were sort of able to jumble our way through a 2-0 victory over Leeds. Thomas Stepanek scored his first goal of the season, would you believe? And believe me, this was fortunate. He had a shot. It bounced back to him after the goalkeeper saved it because it was from an insane angle. He then had a second shot which bounced in off the goalkeeper. He really has been shit this season, but Lancaster was injured, so there's nothing we can do about it. Paulo Assmann then added another one to us. I still think we played pretty damn well on the night, but it could have been better. And still, without Guerra, Maluleki didn't really do the best job up top for us. It was mostly a sort of defensive display with the midfielders chipping in, but we got the win. We were then able to sort of wrestle things back. You'll notice that as much as we weren't any better from an attacking standpoint, even with Guerra back in the team, we suddenly looked a lot better defensively against Newcastle. Only got the 1-0 though with Jean Carlos grabbing the goal. But look at this, Stepanek a 5.9 on the night. Silla and Dubois running the show from the midfield, particularly Silla in this case. But I mean, when Stepanek's putting in 5.9s, I yanked him off very, very quickly. And I think I put Guerra out on the right-hand side and put Maluleki on up top. That's how desperate I was to get Thomas out the team. But then, with Guerra finally back and fully match fit this time, we looked a lot better away at West Ham. Despite the fact that they had a few more chances in this game, it was weirdly, we actually played better than I thought we did against Newcastle, to be honest. Santana gave us an early lead. We then grabbed ourselves a penalty which Guerra dispatched. We got another late one from Assmann before Alexander Zinchenko got a late one back for West Ham, but it wasn't enough. So suddenly, we got on a bad run, but then we managed to pull it back. We've won 4 in a row in all competitions now and 3 in a row in the league, which is a lot more like it. Getting Guerra back is so important. As that brings us to now. We're 5th in the league. We've moved up from 12th place where we were at one point, and we're 6 points clear of that now. We're still 3 points off the Champions League spots, though, as it happens, the top 4 are actually putting up some solid numbers at the moment, and we are sort of struggling with everybody else currently. I mean, look how tight it is. We're only 3 points away from 11th place Bournemouth, who have slipped off the pace a little bit. It really is an insanely tight league. But thankfully, we should be mostly fully fit, I believe. Let's check. Yeah, it appears as though we are, which is a good sign. Obviously, they've won as many games in a row as you can imagine because they're Real Madrid. They're missing Luisao Julien Gordillo, who I believe is the guy that used to be at Man City, is he not? Yes, he is. But it really is on the line. So, as things stand, if we beat Real Madrid, but beat the head-to-head, we will win this group. But I think beating Real Madrid is going to be the tough part of that, let alone the scoreline. If we could have just kept it at 2-1. Here is what we tried to do. Alberto's back. Campbell is back. Good signs. Stepanek is available, but that doesn't matter to me. Sean Lancaster's only just returned, and he's not great. So I'm going to start Nicholas Nielsen instead over Thomas Stepanek. That's how little I rate him at the moment. Assmann, is he available? He's shown a good little bit of form lately. I know Silla's been decent, but Assmann has scored a couple of goals for us recently, and we kind of need that today. He's even been wanted by Brighton. Okay, interesting. Everyone else, though, is fully fit. And I'm prepared to go with Darren Lever today because he has actually shown a bit more lately, and I think today might be the kind of day for him. Such as my annoyance at Thomas Stepanek, Lancaster, half fit, is going to be on the bench instead of him. I'm not super confident, I'll be honest, but you never know. An early goal, maybe the worries start to creep in. They try to defend. Stick with it. Come on, lads. Also, I'm taking into account things for the stadium. I'll change it next year. I'm leaning towards a more serious one just because, for realism's sake. Although I did really like the Capybara Canard. I'm putting my faith in Nicholas Nielsen today because he has a lot of similar attributes to Thomas Stepanek, but he's missing a couple of the VPMs that I think causes Stepanek's issues. Apologies, this is all a little bit skew-if here because The one thing that carries over from other saves, for some reason, even none of the actual match settings do, but the panels on the side do, because I obviously played the stream save in 3D Match Engine just to see what it looks like. It looks pretty cool, I've got to say. Jean Carlos has won it. Goes back for Dubois. Ball across, and Nielsen's already through, and he's got a touch on it, but it's wide. Real Madrid have, I swear that said 3 yellow cards. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, it doesn't matter whether I'm right or wrong, because Real Madrid lead through Diogo Jota. What the hell happened there, lads? What? Oh, right. Yeah, that was just bad. Like, we shouldn't be conceding directly from a free... Okay, don't know what the centre-back's playing out there. He just decided to stop. And Jota puts Real Madrid in front, and now we're up against it. But I don't understand. It's so easy to not do that, and yet they just do. God damn it, lads. Yeah, look. Oh, they're probably on suspensions. That's probably what that means. It's good to have him back. I like Hugo Fernandez, but Campbell is just that little bit better. Oh, go on, Darren. Go on, Darren. Oh! What a great strike that is. It's a really good effort. That's actually really nice work again. Guerra's through. Good first touch. And a great save again from the goalkeeper. Courtois. Oh. Oh! Yes! That is just pure fortune. Very, very similar in terms of fortuitousness to the goal that we actually scored at the Bernabeu. That horrendous back pass. Real Madrid do not look good when you fluster them like this. Courtois' clearance here is suicidal. And then he's cleared it straight against our man. No assist there, but lovely finish from Guerra. He had a lot of work to do there. And that is the kind of thing... I'm glad he's back to fitness. We needed that. Don't know what the celebration's about, but it is proper classic us, though, to be at 1-1 here when they've had one shot. Assman. Dubois. Loads of room out wide. And Nielsen's through again. He's got to square this, and he doesn't. Guerra puts it over the bar. I'm going to be honest. I think it's incredibly harsh that this game is 1-1. They've had one shot. Like, this is a big moment for us. If we can turn this into a 3-1, would it then go down to goal difference? But that would be equal as well, wouldn't it? It will be completely dead even. Because if we beat them 3-1, we'll have 16 goals. They'll have conceded 6. It will be completely even. I'm honestly not sure what happens at that point. Campbell. And, damn it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you're shitting me. Good lord. The 2 chances they've had today have both been because of errors from our players. Look, this area here. Jespersen stepping up and allowing Dubois more space. Nielsen's through. And it's blocked again. Good chance, but was never really going to score from there. Oh my god, they look so vulnerable when we press them like that. But I feel like at some point they're going to break the press like they just did. Campbell. Oh, don't foul him. Oh, how has he done that? There's definitely more danger coming from Real in the second period, but we've got no choice but to continue our mission. Assman. Oh, he's found Guerra with it. Well played. We've managed to head the ball up the pitch, essentially. Jespersen. Runners left and right. Assman finds Nielsen. He's through. Oh, and Jean Carlos has hit the crossbar. I think a change might be on the foot here because both of our wingers have not had the best day, so maybe now is the time. Alberto is also on a slight knock, but really not a lot we can do about that. Get one here, and there's still something on here. Guerra. And Jean Carlos with the header. Guerra's ball in. Headed up. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Go on, Remy. Side him. What a tackle from the ass man. Santana. He's lost it, but we're getting back on every single ball. The determination has been sensational. Jean Carlos. Somebody can slip around the side. Dubois got a bit of room. Finds Guerra! Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Although we have hit the woodwork 3 times still. I don't know where the other one was. Santana again. He's got round his man. He's going to get through and have a shot here. Surely he's... Why are you taking so long, Dario? Saved, and it's cleared away. I'm running out of words. We've had 8 chances in this match, and somehow this game is 1-1. Dubois. Men left and right. He's got to find one of them. He's got to find one of them. What are you doing? Alberto. Ball across, and it's cleared. Dubois is going to win this back again, though. Assman. Round the side for Lancaster! He's offside. I actually cannot believe that we're not going to win the match. Winning the head-to-head would be a bit of an ask, but the fact that this game is going to finish 1-1 is utterly insane. Round the side for Jean Carlos! What do we have to do exactly? Dubois, Jean Carlos, can he knock it round the side for someone? He finds Dubois with a strike, and Courtois makes the stop again. 22 shots, 13 of which were on target. 9 chances created, and we only scored 1 goal, and that was from a mistake from them. How this finished 1-1, I will never know. We just could not take our chances tonight. I mean, we're still going to come second in the group. We're through to the next round of the Champions League, but I'm so disappointed. We should have won the match. Like, I don't think that perhaps the head-to-head was in there for us, but frankly, on another day, it probably was. Maybe this will come back in the second round. Maybe we'll get a bit of fortune in the knockout rounds that will make this game worthwhile, because we're going to be playing like Bayern Munich or Barca in the next round. I can feel it already. Now, some groups haven't finished yet. So, Chelsea, they're top. Porto, my God, that's a group we could... I'd love to play against Porto. I feel like that would be a winnable one. Milan, Dortmund or Inter in that group. City or Bayern. God, imagine that will be the one we'll get. I think we'll have a few games off camera. Do some Man United at home. That'll be a toughie. Leicester and Southampton away. Those will be, hopefully, you've got to find some wins there, and it's away from home, so it'll be difficult. Come back for doing City at home. That's always a big one. And do Brighton at home after that one as well. And obviously, we'll have some Champions League goodies after Christmas. And because of the Brighton game, we should have some new signings with that one, potentially, depends on when they join us. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, I think we played well. To be honest, I think that's the kind of football I like to see. If you could do that regularly, you'll win most of your matches playing like that. It's just one of those things. So, yeah, drop a like if you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. That's awesome. And, yeah, hold your gun. Capybara. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.